Hello, Warriors. I would like to begin by congratulating my fellow 2020 seniors. As we all know, our senior year was cut short and we weren't able to finish the way we would have liked. Even with this unforeseen conclusion to our high school journey, we are all on our way to succeed in our future endeavors. And in conclusion, go Warriors!
Hello, class of 2020. My name is Morgan Vandenberg, and I am your editor-in-chief of the 2019-2020 yearbook. Before I begin my speech, I'd like to share with you this quote from Henry Stanley Haskins. What lies behind us and what lies before us are small matters compared to what lies within us. And when we bring what is within us out into the world, miracles happen. In my speech, I'd like to share with you my interpretation of such a phrase. We enter into this wondrous world alike with fueled curiosity and innate desire to pursue our fascinations within us. But we also begin and end entirely as our own individuals. We are born from innocence in order to discover the world within our own light. But we also each encounter hardships and setbacks as we venture into understanding our matter in life. In doing so, Western High School becomes a foundation for each intellectual being that walks the halls. From staff and students, to the sports and clubs, to the community of Auburn as a whole. Students undergo an impressionable time of their coming of age in which their morals, perceptions, and personality are shaped within the walls of Western High. The positive adjectives that lie within each spirit at Western are innumerable, and such multifaceted characters are truly what fabricated the livelihood of the school. Without such warriors, Western High School would not be the building that stands in these moments. Although during the tragic times you stumble upon throughout life, you cannot change your past or dictate your future. Remember, it is what lies within you, the strength that we all contain, that will bring about astonishing feats. Western High School contains a plethora of chapters that serve as stepping blocks to your prosperous life. Therefore, hold yourself to the radiant student you become and choose your growth to be ceaseless, as it lies within all of us.
Graduating class of 2020, we're finally here. Not in the way we all imagined, but we're here. We might not get to walk across the stage and grab our diplomas. We might not be throwing our caps up in the air or taking pictures with family and friends, but we're still graduating. We are still part of the global family of students, millions of students just like us who are wrapping up a chapter in their lives and starting a new one. As I begin this speech, I would like to start by saying thank you to Bay City Western teachers, staff, and administration. Our success would not be possible without your continued support, and we cannot thank you enough for all that you have done for us. I would also like to personally thank my family, friends, coaches, and teammates. Without you, I would not be where I am today. When I was presented with the task of writing this speech, I had absolutely no idea of where to begin. I have written countless essays, but for some reason, I struggled to form my jumbled thoughts into any form of a coherent speech or pull a quote from some famous celebrity to preach words of wisdom to you all. Frustrated with my failed attempts, I decided to go on a run, hoping that something, anything, would come to mind. I know that this might seem kind of cliche, and I would like to apologize to my English teachers that they have to hear yet another one of my running-related papers, but as I thought about the memories from the last 4 years, the good, the bad, and everything in between, I couldn't help but to draw parallels between high school and one big race filled with highs and lows. Freshman year, the start of our high school journey and the first lap of our race. We were filled with pre-race nerves. What would high school be like? Would we have the same lunch hour as our friends? Would classes be difficult? Despite our worries, we were amped up on adrenaline and couldn't wait for our big day. Ready to take on high school with our fresh new wardrobe, new set of notebooks, and matching Vera Bradley lunchbox and backpack in hand. Well, freshman year was an exciting new beginning for all of us. Somewhere along the way, each of us hit a rough patch, whether that was a bad grade, a difficult semester, or something much more serious: divorce, illness, the passing of a classmate. Landon, we miss you, and we wish you were here with us today. These 4 years have been filled with countless challenges, yet we continued to put one foot in front of the other, even when it seemed impossible that we would make it to the finish line. Despite these difficulties, I know that when we look back on these 4 years, we will not only remember the relentless loss of sleep as we pulled all-nighters to finish our assignments, but the lasting friendships and memories that we have created. We will remember the Friday football games, the pep rallies, the spirit weeks, and the homecoming dances. We will remember Bailey and Pinter arguing about politics, and Hutchins teaching us about UFOs. We will remember our sporting events, our prom, our assemblies, as well as the small, seemingly insignificant things that happened over the course of these 4 years. Walking to 7-Eleven at lunch, tailgating, the music in the upstairs hallway, the dodgeball tournament, our rivalry against Central, the bus rides with the team, and even making the world's tallest peanut butter and jelly sandwich. While leaving may be difficult, I'm incredibly honored to congratulate you all on making it to the finish line. As a runner, I know there is nothing quite like a victory lap after a big win. It has been a long day and your legs are exhausted, but each step causes your heart to pound with a joyful energy that radiates happiness throughout your entire body. As you make the final turn and come down the straightaway, you are beaming with accomplishment and overcome with a sense of pride for not only yourself, but also your teammates. Well, graduates, today was supposed to be our victory lap, our chance to celebrate our accomplishments and finally get recognition for the sacrifices that we have made to be here today. The countless hours spent studying for tests and exams, the volunteer hours, the 6 a.m. wake-ups, the nights with little to no sleep, the SAT prep, and the time spent taking AP Gov notes. 4 years of commitment to be the best students that we can be. I'm not going to tell you that you shouldn't be a little disappointed, but that ceremony wouldn't have changed a thing. While this year's victory lap might lack the vitality and thrill of previous ceremonies, our hard work and dedication has not and never will go unnoticed. We have already won the race. These unforeseen circumstances have shown me that graduation isn't defined by a sheet of paper, a stage, or a hat. Graduation is defined by our courage to move forward in life, our courage to take the next step. Every end has a new beginning. Just as we bravely stepped onto the track 4 years ago, I know that whatever our next step is, whether that be the workforce, college, the military, or trade school, we will step up to the starting line with the same courage and determination that we did freshman year. Wherever our next race leads us, I believe in us. If the last 4 years, especially these last 3 months, have shown us anything, it's that we are capable of success regardless of the situation. Class of 2020, it has been an amazing 4 years with you, and from the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the very, very best. Thank you.
Welcome students, parents, teachers, and staff of Western High School. My name is Aaron Norfleet, and I have the immense privilege of being class speaker of the class of 2020. It is truly an honor to represent this hardworking and talented group of students. I'd like to start out by congratulating my fellow graduates, as well as all the families for helping your child achieve this momentous goal. I know from personal experience that we students impart more than our fair share of stress on family members, so your continued patience and support is greatly appreciated. I also know that this is not the conventional commencements we were looking for. I vividly remember sitting in psychology, listening to Mr. Bailey's outlandish prediction that some virus from a city in China I've never heard of could give us an extended spring break. Most of the school had already been impacted by another well-known virus, crippling our ability to finish the year. Senioritis was widespread, and no one was safe from it. I sat there wide-eyed, thinking about just how much I'd love an extra week or 2 off. What we never could have predicted, however, was that Mr. Bailey's prediction would come true, and then some. We got well more than what we bargained for. What seemed like a high schooler's dream quickly turned into a senior's nightmare. Gone were the hopes of our last days in class with friends, senior prom, and of course, commencement. Our lives changed in an instant. Masks became part of everyone's outfit. Quarantine became part of daily language, and we stopped seeing family and friends. Some of you found yourselves to be essential, others became teachers for younger siblings, and all of us had to adapt and find a new normal. But not everything from this virus has been detrimental. I believe that in the long run, we will all be better because of it. For starters, we will appreciate our friends and family more as we've seen just how empty our life can feel without them. Next, we will be better able to live in the moment and not take things for granted, as I even found myself missing waking up early in the morning just to barely make it to class on time on a Monday. Finally, we will be better prepared for the future and be able to better adapt and change in the face of adversity. This may be the most important lesson that we learn, as in life we will face no shortage of unexpected events and changes. While it is true we did miss out on many experiences, I eventually found myself looking back and being thankful for what we were fortunate enough to experience. 4 homecomings, 1 prom, at least 3 seasons of sports, 4 years in the band, and countless memories made throughout the years with our classmates. We all had teachers who became friends and friends who became family. Countless nights spent cheering in the stands, and even more spent studying late. Every experience, good and bad, has shaped who we are today, and I'm grateful to have shared them with this special group. Graduation also calls for many goodbyes. Gone are the days of being yelled at by coaches even though the play call was poor, or what they would describe as poor execution. No longer will the band have to march in 90-degree heat, nor will we have to endure 3-hour practices. And lucky for some of us, we won't be paying $40 a week in parking tickets to the main office. Although we do have to let some of these things go, our next stages in life will bring countless new opportunities. And after experiencing World War III and a deadly pandemic, it is safe to say that the class of 2020 is ready for anything. To those furthering their education next year, remain diligent in your studies and reach your potential. To the athletes, compete with the same fire and determination at the collegiate level that you did here at Western. Finally, to those entering a skilled trade or the workforce, commit to being your best as to make your community a better place to live. As your classmate and friend, I am so proud of all of you and the accomplishments you've already made, and I'm excited to see where life takes you next. On behalf of my peers, I would like to thank all the staff at Western, not only for how considerate and caring you've been for the last 3 months, but for the past 4 years. You've truly been the best teachers and administration that a student could ask for. We are especially appreciative for the kind letters sent home, the bags filled with candy, as well as the signs and posters you've made for us. All these actions truly show how much you care for us and show that we haven't been forgotten, and that is far more than what we could ask for. Once again, thank you to everyone who has made the class of 2020's graduation possible. To my peers, congratulations, and be confident knowing you all have the skills to take on whatever the world throws at you. Thank you, and go Warriors.
Class of 2020, congratulations. You finally made it. Today's your day. Enjoy every second.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a tremendous ride and a privilege to be with you these last 4 years. So today's the next step of your journey. So proud to be here and happy to see you take that next step. Congratulations.
Warriors, as you know, you have our hearts. You did when you walked in Western as freshmen. And I get the great pleasure of saying to the Facebook world and everybody, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2020. Students, you may turn your tassel. Congratulations, Warriors.